All right, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Mawasar.
Shalom, Mr. Brother Shema all.
Right, and today, like you see in the title, we got one simple question: do you got the mindset needed for you to succeed? You know, because mindset is like one of my favorite words. It became like one of my favorite words this year because when you really break down the word, you start to understand it better. Mindset is literally what is your mind set on. It's that simple. If you got the mindset, I'm finna get high, then as long as you can accomplish that today, that's a successful day for you. You know, that's your mindset to succeed might be that cigarette. It might be that woman. It might be that man for some of the sisters that you know ain't no good for you, but because your mindset is not right, your mind is set on something that is not supposed to be set on. Well, now you settling for like they love to say it nowadays on social media. I'm not gonna settle for this. Not gonna settle for that. That's their federal favorite word is settle. So if you wouldn't settle for the wrong person, why would you settle for the wrong mindset? That don't make sense. You know. So let's get straight into it. Let me get Cyrek. Y'all know you already know Cyrek coming. You just expect it. every Wednesday, you gonna get a Cyrek precept. Let's believe that. But it's Cyrek chapter 2 and verse 1. Let's get the class. So we can the classics, like I always say, they're classics for a reason. This Cyrek chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. He said, hey man, look, if you want to come in these waters is deep. You got to know how to swim. Like they like to use that for the streets a lot. Or you know what I'm saying? Stay out the kitchen if it's too hot for you. You know, if you can't swim, stay out the water. And they say all that. Hey, look, the truth. Let me tell you, man. It's different when you're not worried about the police catching you. Imagine the Most High catching you. You know, like what the police would do to you if they caught you. Let's say, I don't know. If they caught you in the car with another man, woman, you know, it might go one way. But when it comes to the Most High, he got a different mindset. You're going to hear that word a lot today. The Most High's mindset is different. He expects a lot out of us. I mean, why else would this verse say that? Why is this the first thing they saying to do when you come to serve the Lord? It didn't say, be happy. It didn't say, tap your neighbor and say, God loves you. It didn't say none of that. This is the first thing it said once you come to serve the Lord. Whether you in a camp, whether you just watching the videos, you sitting at home, you keeping it with you just in the truth outside of a camp, don't matter. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. He said, prepare for it because it's going to come. What they say in the world ain't nothing guaranteed but death and taxes. You got death, you got taxes, and you got temptation. Them is three things in your life that you are always going to deal with. Take it from these two brothers right here. You ain't gonna never. You think Satan got the mindset? Nah, I'm gonna leave him alone today. You know, I know Shema been kind of going through it. I know I'm Satan and everything, but I'll leave him alone. He need a break. When that ever happened? So how can we have the mindset? I just need a break. When do Satan take a break? You know, when do that lust demon take a break from you? Nah, I know it's 2 a.m. I'm gonna leave him alone, man. He good. I done got him like 12 days in a row. I'll leave him a day. I'll leave him alone. Said no demon ever. So what did the Bible say we got to do? It's the very first thing. Numero uno is this. It says, my son. It's like you lost my page. All right. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. I'm gonna read the next verse. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. Right? So set thy heart right. Your mind got to be right. You got to understand, okay, I'm going to war. I'm going to battle with these demons. The weapons of our warfare is not carnal, like it says in 2 Corinthians 10:4. Okay, cool. I got to fight spiritually. So I fight spiritually. When I fight spiritually, it also says I got to constantly endure. So that means it's never going, there's no break from enduring. Every single day, every hour, every minute, every second, I'm going to be enduring something. And if you don't believe me, read the Bible. I mean, look at King David. How many of us have had to run for our life for years? You know, you look at people like Moses. I mean, imagine being an 80-year-old man, being in charge of hundreds of thousands of ignorant, rebellious people. You think they didn't have to, you think they didn't have days where they was just at their wits' end, but their mindset was different. They knew the job had to be done. And that leads me into the last part of the verse, and make not haste in time of trouble. You can't be panicking, man. Listen, as somebody who's in this truth, man, woman, child, don't matter. We don't have time to panic. We got to be thinking. We got to use our mind. We have to have our mind set on the right things. You know what I'm saying? You can't be one of them people you just swerve out the lane, just swerving all over the place at the slightest convenience. You have one bad day, and now you go home and you destroying the house, and you can't be that person who just make haste and you just do whatever. Making haste is doing what feels pleasurable in the moment. Making haste is always an emotional decision. I've never heard of somebody making haste and then making a good decision. Like they just did it super quick and it was the best decision ever. Right? You got to sit back. You got to think about these things. You got to plan these things. You have to develop the mindset to succeed. But to start with that, like it's saying Sirach 2:1, you don't have to fight, bro. It is what it is. But you got to.
Con, right? Brother kicking it off, man. Gotta have a mindset to succeed. And the Lord literally set it up in a dough, man. Prepare thyself for temptation. Right? And to order to even get a mindset, I mean, first of all, everything start with your mind first. Satan attacks your mind, right? Attacks your thoughts, give you wicked thoughts and things in that manner. He he get wild, man. But a mindset, obviously for you to get in a mindset to succeed, that's really getting into that spirit. You got to get into that spirit to be able to succeed at things that you want to do, what goals you set for yourselves. And, most I willing, we got time, we can go through that. So I'm going to get a classic as well, right? Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. It says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Right? It says, keep thy heart with all diligence. And we know the heart is the mind, right? And for you to keep your mind diligent, what are you doing? You got to be setting things in order so your mind can stay focused on for you to succeed. So that means for you to know the Lord to tell you, prepare thyself for temptation, it's something you got to do to prepare yourself. Because when it's time to go to war, soldiers just don't hurry up and just go out there. They got a set plan. They fortify cities, right? They build walls. They in formation. They in order. They got their guns prepared. They got their swords prepared. They got their shield, buckler. They get in order so to be able to succeed to at least win that war. You know what I'm saying? Judas and Maccabees. Hey, they had less people and they got them in order, man. Got them in a mindset to look. We finna go out there and fight for our fathers, right? So I'm gonna read that again. It says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Because your mind, whatever mindset you in, that's your issue right there. Like the brother saying, you want to go smoke, you want to just drink all day, that's your mindset. That's what you're gonna do. It says, for out of it are the issues of life. So that's gonna be your issues right there. Getting drunk, that's an issue, right? That is an issue right there. Getting drunk all day, right? Dealing with the lust spirit. All of a sudden, you want to hit up Eve. That's your mindset on. It's like Jake on the weekends. His mindset is to party. Yeah, I'm finna go ahead and slide it. That's his mindset. Knowing he got things to take care of, but that's what he's really focused on. So for you to even succeed, you gotta see what things, you know what I'm saying? How you can even get to that goal. You gotta set goals for yourself, right? I mean, look at the rich. We say this all the time. Look at the rich. They didn't get there just Houdini. You know what I'm saying? Just poof, and it's there. They had a mindset to succeed. They set goals and took away distractions for them to even get to that type of state in their life, get to that position in their life. I'm gonna get Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9, real quick. Because we all know, you know what I'm saying? Mind is deceitful, man. Because man. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So this is why we say you got to set things up for you to even be able to succeed so you can be in that mindset, right? Another example that we always use, Kobe, right? Kobe had a mindset to win championships. What did he have to do to win those championships? He had a set schedule. He barely slept. He knew it said messed him up. He only get like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours of sleep. He worked out like 3 times a day. Not even 3 times a day, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. He probably worked out more than that 1 time a day. All the other days, that's literally what he was doing. 3 times a day. I'm gonna leave it there. 3 times a day. The next day, same thing. He had a whole routine, and that mindset, him being in that mindset, he in that spirit of winning championships. Because if you say you want to do something and actually want to strive to do it, you gotta have some type of table set for you to be able to reach that goal. All right, so I'm gonna read that again, and you gotta. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So if you don't set no goals for yourself or anything, your heart gonna go astray. Satan gonna use that. Next thing you know, you think about all other type of stuff. But in your mind, you literally like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. But you really not setting none, you not setting the table, man. You want to eat, you do everything you got to do to eat. You got the plate right here, you got the fork right there, right? You got your napkins, right? You making sure the chair all comfortable. Why can't you do that to actually fulfill the things in this life that you want to get? You know, but you got
And it really just comes down to you not being at a level yet to make certain decisions for yourself. And this is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. It was hard for me when I first came into the truth, because us, as what the world calls black people, Hispanic people, Native American, like, we don't like to, we got what they say, you ain't my daddy. We got that spirit bad. Or you ain't my mama. Or, you know what I'm saying, you ain't this, you ain't that. Well, you know, at what point are we allowed to start calling some of the BS out that be going on? You know, what type of mindset is that, to where just because I'm not related to you, I can't tell you that, hey, what you're doing is wrong? So that means if somebody was beating up a 3-year-old kid, because that's not my son or my daughter, I just gotta walk past. Just let them beat up the 3-year-old. Let them stomp the little 3-year-old up. That's ridiculous, right? So we can't move like that in the truth neither. And ain't nobody telling you that you're gonna like the answer that you get. You know, because the thing about asking for advice is that you have to be open to the possibility, to the very likely possibility, that you ain't gonna like the advice that you're gonna get. Right? Otherwise, listen, if their answer lines up perfectly with yours, it was no point of you asking. Right? You don't have to get counsel to figure out what 2 + 2 is. But if you got this sticky marriage situation, you've been in the truth for 3 months, bro, you gonna need to get some counsel, man. You know, I don't care. Really, I don't care if it's been longer than that. But especially for you, for somebody who's new, somebody who's just getting built up, somebody who's trying to develop the mindset to succeed, hey, you have to take the help. One thing about the truth, I think I said this in a couple video a couple weeks ago. The Most High has never said you have to do it by yourself. Literally, you can't find me a verse that says be in the truth by yourself. The closest thing you can find is that you got to work out your own salvation. And all that means is my prayer and fasting and going to camp can't save Shema Wall. He has to do the same thing. You know? That's all that means. That don't mean he has to do it by himself. He just has to be doing it. It don't matter if he's doing it with me. It don't matter if he's doing it with his son. It don't matter if he's doing it with his great grand cousin. Don't matter. If he putting in that work how he's supposed to, he can get that salvation, Lord willing. But I can't put in the work for him. However, we can put in the work together, though. And that's a common misconception that's going out now because of how the truth is starting to look. All these camps starting to go at each other. And it's like people starting to forget what it was always about. It was never about a camp. It was about us coming back to the Most High. So really, as a nation, we are starting to lose the mindset to succeed. You know, why is it looked at as a failure just because the brother ain't in your camp no more? You know, like your camp, the truth. And I'm in a camp, and I would never sit here and say, "Oh, if you're not in my camp, the Lord gonna do this, this, and that." And no, we don't do that. I'm not the Most High. I can't tell you what He will and won't do outside of what I read in the scriptures. I can't do that. I have to listen. Let's get into it. Let's go to Psalms. Right? Because I think they think we be making some of this stuff up. Like we just be saying it because it sounds good and it just tastes good coming off our lips. Let's see what the Bible says. This is Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So the law of the Lord is perfect. It changes people. You know, if you want to really, let me tell you, you want to really see some people who done changed. Look at them brothers standing outside every Friday and Saturday, out there putting their work in. You got ex-murderers, ex-gangbangers. You got adulterers that repented. You got rainbow people who repented. You got streetwalkers who repented. Not out at camp, but just in the truth. We got everything. We got some of the worst of the worst. Everybody got a bad story from the world. But guess what we doing right now? You know, it is 6:53 p.m. Central Time. And me and this brother right now is giving our time to the Lord to help the people get into the mindset to succeed. Now tell me that the law of the Lord can't convert the soul. If you're looking right at us, 2 converted souls. Right? So I want to get this precept in Amos, right? About doing it by yourself. Because that individual like spirit is real heavy. Literally, I don't think there was a bigger individual like than me before I came around the camp. Right? And the thing about it is being an individual, like it doesn't work because it was never intended to work. Right? Human beings were never intended to just be by themselves, isolated, not around other people. Right? We naturally social creatures. We're supposed to be around. That's why when the Lord speaks to us, He don't speak individually, He speaks as a nation. All of y'all, I see all of y'all as one. The Most High does not. Now, don't get me wrong. If this brother commit adultery, that don't mean the Lord Most High is gonna kill me for it. But He looks at it as my kids are committing adultery, and I don't like it. Right? So let's read this, because if he gonna punish us all together, let's get back into His good graces together. Right? Let's do that. This Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse number 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone. And if you don't know what woe means, it means death and destruction. It means all type of bad stuff. Right? Woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. You there by yourself. If you fall, and break your leg in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around, what are you going to do? But if I got the brother Shamal with me, he can kind of, you know what I'm saying, put my arm over his shoulder. We can kind of hop to wherever we got to go, because I got another brother with me, because 2 is better than 1. Right? You got to really put some of these things in literal situations so you can understand what the Bible is telling you. Right? It's using something physical to explain something spiritual to you. I'm going to read this again, verse 10. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? So now we going into like a semi-survival in a situation where it's life or death. It's better for it to be two people than one. They say it in the world, two heads better than one. We've been hearing that since we was little kids, since we was yay high. Two heads better than one. That's a biblical concept. I'm literally reading it. Right? Let's keep going. It says, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. So what one man can't handle, two can withstand that. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Now I want to show the people what a threefold cord actually looks like. Right? We're going to start using this laptop, Lord willing, to really try to, this is perfect. I'm going to show you a single fold cord first, and then I'm going to show you that triple fold cord. Now, look at this. Now, tell me, what are you going to tie together that's going to stay together with this? I mean, seriously. This is like, it's string. It's not even really a rope. You can't do nothing. What you going to do with this, man? You try to take a prisoner of war, you go to war, you try to tie up your enemy, hey, stay here, I'll be back. You think this is going to hold him? Right? Or let's look at the threefold cord now. Let's see how strong this threefold cord is. Look at this. Who's breaking this? Look at this. See that? Now, this stuff right here, you kind of ignore it, but they understand. They understand that it's a spiritual thing. Work of faith, labor of love, patience of hope. Hey, look, man, a threefold cord is not quickly broken, right? How, Shalom, sis, how hard, just think, we didn't all play tug of war in school and all that stuff. Bruh, them ropes, man, they'll cut your hands. Them some strong ropes. That's how the Bible is comparing me and Shammah being like this on one accord. It's saying that's unbreakable, right? That's unbreak. You can't break it. Look at Jonathan and Saul, right? But I don't want to keep going too long, brother. You got it.
Hey, man, brother bringing it out, man. That's right, man. Two better than one. In order to be look, somebody may not be in the mindset right now. They may be doubting, right? They may be being doubtful of their works. They think they're not doing enough. I was there at one point in time, and I called for help, and brother woke me up through the spirit. You tripping, right? And it helped a lot instead of just dying alone, right? So I'm gonna get Sirach 25, because you don't want to have your mind forget, why you're here in the first place. What's your main purpose, right? Everything ain't all about, it's not just about knowing everything. And yeah, we all want to do more for the Lord, but you also don't want to put a lot on your plate. You don't want to put a lot on your plate. You don't want to do things that's not of your strength. Yes, you want to try new things as well, but you don't want to put too much on you. You know what I'm saying? So this Sirach chapter 25, verse 1, it says, in three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before God and men. The unity of brethren, right? The unity of brethren, man. And like the brother brought out, Cam's beefing with each other, a lot of bickering, men acting like women, right? It's off. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all hell breaking loose right now. So many sites of chariots showing up. Like, man, it's crazy, right? So the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together, right? So the Lord say, hey, that's beautiful, man. Sirach said that is beautiful. Three things that is beautiful. And the first one was the unity of brethren. So we got to realize that what we doing We doing it for the nation. We doing it for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because if you lose that mindset of helping our people, right, loving the Most High, you really, you fail. You failed. First of all, you failed yourself. Two, you failed other people, man. Because there's somebody out there that don't know what's going on. They living reckless, right? They may have a sincere spirit, a lot of things crumbling, and they don't even know that they in the curses. They just confused. And then you losing a mindset to succeed, meaning to get the kingdom, to teach your people, right? Hold yourself up so you be able to be in that type of position. And now they don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You want to beef with your brothers, you want to beef with your sisters, right? You just acting wild, right? I want to go into something too. I want to Baba Kashad, you go to Mindset to Succeed. If you look it up on Google, it should be the first one. Cause I wanna go on that through the spirit. Cause uh just far as the mindset, like I always say too, we also need this as well. Don't ever look at us like we got everything together. Israel do not have everything together. Because if we did, we would already be in the kingdom right now. We would already be grabbing Esau, right? Yahweh cracked the sky, right? Everything be beautiful, man. The heathens already be slain, and they be in chains already. You know what I'm saying? Right? It should be the first one. Yeah, you can click that. 7 man for highly successful people. No, you go exit that real quick. I want to see the very first one. It was the one that yeah, that one right there. Yeah. You can hit the yeah. I can't really see like that. You might have to zoom in though. Lord willing, I give me a laptop soon. Right. It say growth mindset. Right. If you read that, see that? Setting goals, right? This is the mindset to succeed, man. The things that we need. Right. It says the growth mindset. Right. It says belief that your abilities can be improved through effort, right? Learning. I believe that's persistence. People with growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. So the order you have a mindset, you have to have the ability to learn and grow. You have to see what can you be able to do, especially in this truth. You don't want to be stagnant, right? Let me get Romans, right? Romans chapter 12. Right. This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 11. It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit. Because when you fervent in spirit, you got that mindset of, I need to get this done. Okay, this is a challenge for me. I'm going to take on to that. Our forefathers took on challenges. You don't think when the Lord told Abraham to leave, you don't think he took on to that? You don't think he said, he was obviously he was in the flesh, but he probably, you know what, man, I'm gone. I'm out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord got something promised for me. You don't think he took on that challenge? David took on challenges, and we barely even know what he really been through. We only know a little parts of what he been through. He took on hella challenges, man. Right? He was always learning something new. Let me get that. All right, I'm gonna finish this verse. Right? Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Because when you taking on challenges, not always for you to get that knowledge and wisdom and understanding, but it's also fighting these demons as well. Fighting you. Because at the end of the day, you got to fight yourself. If you can't defeat yourself, the outside world will demolish you. You will get destroyed. If you can't beat yourself, because your worst enemy is you. The Lord literally set it up to point where, like, you got to fight yourself, brother. I know everything you go through, these demons know, right? And if you can't figure out to get yourself better, hey man, these demons outside they're gonna whoop your ass, man. So like for the language, but that's just what it is. It's gonna whoop your ass, bro. Cause that's what this especially in the truth. You think Jake getting whooped, he don't know nothing. Hey, his brothers in the truth right now getting beat. Getting beat. That's why the Lord said, examine yourself. Because if you don't know yourself before the enemy do, it's over with. These demons already know you. And they taking advantage of that. Right? So I'm gonna read that. Barbara Kashai, if you could read it for me, because I know I'm gonna have to zoom in. I'm gonna have to like really look. So
I got you. It says growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be improved through effort, learning, and persistence.
right.
People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, and they embrace failure as a stepping stone to success.
Right. And they embrace failure, man. So you gotta embrace that. Right. I'm gonna go to David, but I'm gonna get Sirach chapter 4, verse 21, real quick. Because we gotta embrace failure, right? You got people in the world embrace failure, man. Kobe, Jordan, right? LeBron, right? And on top of that, LeBron, um, LeBron embraced failure, but just like the brother said, two better than one. Because LeBron was literally in a hotel after they lost the championship. They lost, I forgot who they lost to. I think it was to Dallas. And he was sad and moping, didn't want to be with his family. And Wade told him, bro, if you don't get off your, you know what I'm saying? Two better than one. He put him in that mindset. Next thing you know, they end up winning the next one. Right? So let's get Sirach chapter 4, verse 21. All right. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 21. It says, for there is a shame that bringeth sin. Right? So you got to embrace failure. So if you fail, because there is a shame that bringeth sin. So you fail, you may fall short, right? You may make the wrong turn, whatever that is. You can't just bash yourself, man. You can't just be like, oh, it is what it is. You trying to read 7 chapters, and next thing you know, you only read 6, and oh man, the Lord gonna kill me. Oh man, dang, 6. That's spiritual. I'm finna die tomorrow, brother. What are you on, brother? First of all, the Lord see your effort, so the next time, keep going. Manage your time to be able to read 7 chapters, and make sure you be able to actually retain that all the information, understand what the chapter's going into, right? So it says, for there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace, right? And that's that mindset to succeed, because you embrace failure. You look at your mistakes, because you could fall short all you want, whatever that is in life that you do, right? You could fall, but if you don't see where you fall at, because the order if you embrace something, you're like, okay, I see where I fell at. Cool. When you trip, you look back at what you tripped at. You don't trip and just keep walking, brother. Why you head and everything, brother? When you trip, you literally look back where you going. Like that crack deep. I can't do that no more. That's the same thing when you fail in life, right? It brings glory and grace, man. Right. So I'm gonna bring out David. Bring out David real quick. I don't want it to escape my mind. Let's go to, I believe that's First Corinthians. Yeah, First Chronicles. Yeah, David. He wanted new opportunities, better opportunities. I mean, that's what building the temple of the Most High. He set the foundation, and Solomon had to build it for the house of God, man. He didn't have to do that, but what he was striving for a better opportunity. He loved the Lord that much, and we gotta have that trait. We gotta have that same trait. All right. So this First Chronicles chapter 28. I'll start at verse 1. And David assembled all the princes of Israel, princes of the tribes, and the captains of the companies that ministered to the king by course, and the captains over the thousands, and captains over the hundreds, and the stewards over all the substance and possession of the king, and of his sons, with the officers, and with the mighty men, and with all the violent men unto Jerusalem. Then David the king stood up upon his feet. So through the spirit, he knew, like, hey, look, man, we got something going through the spirit. His mindset was so focused to succeed. Hey, we got this together. Jake and the word, they do the same thing. They damn got all the Eves coming over, you know what I'm saying? Just folly. But they setting up a kickback and thing, and they get everybody, look, everything's set. We got the food coming here. We got blunts. We got the liquor. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's their mindset. This is David mindset through the spirit, right? On the right-hand side. Then David, the king, stood up upon his feet and said, hear me, my brethren and my people. As for me, I had in my heart to build an house of rest for the ark of the covenant of the Lord and for the footstool of our God, and had made ready for the building. See, he created another opportunity. He was zealous in sincerity to build, right, an house of rest for the ark of the covenant of the Lord, man, which is mighty. So that's the same mindset we got to have. Be ready to take on new opportunities, right? Don't shy away from new opportunities, but have discernment. You don't want to take every opportunity and striving for it, because next thing you know, you're going to end up being in a situation you don't want to be in. And it's all of the Lord. Maybe the Lord wants you to learn something. It happened to me before. That's why I can say it, just through experience. You don't want to just tackle everything and yeah. Next thing you know, you jammed up, you crying, you're vexed. It's all of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But you got it.
Come on, man. Hey, look, if you gonna listen to anybody advice on this, man, please listen to, not to say we're the only ones, but these are two brothers you definitely got to listen to. I done been outside with this man multiple times. We done been outside. Y'all see the videos on the channel, man. Hey, y'all can go back and look. We've been outside for a while now. All praise to the Most High. So we know how this is. Bro, can you imagine? Let's say you just lost to whatever demon been tempting you today. And then you got to go outside in 12-degree weather and go try to teach people about God who don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Then you leave camp. You go home, you got a cramp in your foot because you were standing outside so long, your muscles starting to clench up. You can barely drive. I'm talking about me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, then, hey, you know what I'm saying? Bro, it was just one time we left camp, man. And this ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be a couple seconds. It was one time we left camp, bro. I'm talking about car just shut down on me. It's cold. And it was what made it so bad. The battery died on the car. My window was all the way down. It's nighttime. It's like 10 o'clock at night, man. It's cold. It had to be like 20 something, 30 something, you know? So it's like, these are the types of things you're going to go through in the truth. And guess what I had to do? I had to get up that next morning and go handle that car. And then the next weekend, I was right back outside with that car going to camp. Because it don't stop. When it said constantly endure, listen, I used to think that certain stuff in the Bible was just, they was just kind of, you know how Jake talked. They just kind of, no. When they say constantly endure, I'm talking about constantly endure, bro. But that's why we got this. See, this is the advantage that we got. This is the advantage, right? We got the answers. We got the answers that Kanye was asking Sway about. We got them because the Most High gave them to us. So we got to use them, right? Let's get into these scriptures, man. This Psalms chapter, where was that? Psalms chapter 30. Yeah, I wanted Psalms 30 and verse 5. For his anger endureth but a moment. In his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Like the brother was saying, man, he was speaking from personal experience, trying to do everything yourself, and then everything just fall on you. You don't know what to do. You just lost. Trying to be Superman in the truth. That's not how it works. You're supposed to cast your burdens on the Most High. You know? Then the Lord say, come to me, all ye that are heavy laden. He didn't say, hey, just keep it yourself. Y'all handle that. I'm cool. He didn't say that. He said, give it to me. And hey, sometimes this is something I need to remember, man. Like the brother said, listen, we are not different. Only thing that separates us from Jake in the world is that we know what we know and we apply what we know. That's the only difference. Because we have this mindset. Let's go back to this. This mindset right here is bulletproof. The belief that your abilities can be improved. Let's just talk about that. You know how many people don't even believe that they're good for anything? It's really, bro, it's people out here breathing. They have 2 legs. They got a heart that beats on its own. They have kidneys that function naturally. They are able to speak. They have their eyesight. They have all of these blessings, but yet and still they in that spirit like, man, I'm worthless. Maybe, hey, you know how downtrodden in the mind you got to be to take your own life? It is literally not natural for your body to be able to take its own life. Like a brother used example months ago, and it was a fire example. Even if you take somebody who claims that they're suicidal and throw them into some deep water, their body is immediately going to start fighting to survive. They're going to start kicking and screaming. They're going to start all of that. Even if you don't want to live. That's how unnatural it is to not to have that low of confidence in yourself to where you don't think you should be alive no more. Especially as an Israelite in this truth. Are you serious? That there is no there is no negativity in a growth mindset. Let's read this. Even the failures. Look at the last part. People with a growth mindset view challenges, the hard parts of life, as opportunities to learn and grow. And they embrace failure. They embrace when they got the answer wrong. They embrace when they gave bad counsel. They embrace when they received bad counsel. And they was like, you know what? That's just gonna make me stronger, It's lucky for the camera, right? But bear with me. We're gonna let the spirit work, man. What type of mindset do you have? What type of mindset did Yahushua have? What type of mindset did Christ have? Imagine your whole life, when and how you're going to die, and you gotta live with. Imagine if you knew that you was gonna die at 80 years old and you turn 80 tomorrow. How you gonna be feeling? Answers may vary depending on the person. But the point is, and I can stop sharing this now, the point is you gotta have the right mindset, bro. Right? Let's get Jacob himself. And let's see what type of mindset that mighty man had. Right? Because a lot of people don't even really know how Jacob got his name changed to Israel. Right? Like we don't come from soft people who was just so weak. If I'm not mistaken, was that Jacob who made his pillow out of a rock?
Gone.
How, bro? Imagine laying your head on a rock all night. You think you gotta, you know how much of a I don't even know the word. You know how much of a man you gotta be? I don't think I'm enough of a man to sleep on a rock all night, bro. So you could wake up with a crook in your neck. You know what I'm saying? You probably got, I don't know, man. I think Jacob might have me beat on that. Right? Let's read this account. This Genesis chapter 32 and verse number 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And that's the thing, like in school, you know what I'm saying? It might just be a Midwest thing. I don't know where y'all from, but they got this thing called going 30. You know what I'm saying? You go 30 seconds, y'all throw hands right quick, and that's it. Hey, he said he was fighting to the breaking of the day. You imagine you throwing hands all night? Brothers who done fought before, you done been in the gym before, you know how tired you will get from fighting, bro. Imagine fighting for hours with no break. And this is an angel. This not no, you know what I'm saying? This ain't just me. It ain't like it was me. We talking about an angel, bro. A messenger of the Most High. Right? Let's keep reading. It says, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him. This talking about the angel. And I'm gonna prove it's talking about the angel. Let's keep reading. He touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. He said he almost had to use like his angelic, kind of, I gotta get this dude off me. I'm not finna beat him. Can you imagine wrestling against the angel of the Lord and you winning? You kind of like, hold on, I think I got him. Like, I think I might be able, hold on. If I could just pin that arm down, I might have him. Wait a minute, I gotta get that ankle. You gotta really get into this thing, man. Jacob was getting down. And that's not even the best part. Let's keep reading. It says, and he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. He said, no, give me something. I need something for my time. You know what I'm saying? You seen this amazing performance I just put on. Nah, bro, I ain't letting you go. You gonna have to make it worth my while. It's just like Jake. Bro, we get Jake from the name Jacob. Jake, that's you. This was you. This is how mighty we could be as a people if we only had the mindset to succeed. Because it said he was fighting to the breaking of the day. Let's say the breaking of the day was at 6 a.m. Let's say they started fighting at 1 a.m. And let's say at 3 a.m. Jacob was like, nah, I give up, man. I'm cool. You got it, bro. It was a good little sparring session. I got you next time. No, I'll catch you tomorrow. That's not the mindset. He said, no, I ain't win yet. Even when the angel tried to surrender, he said no. Think about it like that. Not only was he about to crush his adversary, he wasn't letting him go until he felt like it. That's the mindset you got to have when you're chasing your goal. If you want faith in the truth, you got to chase faith so hard. Faith is like, damn, okay, here. The same way you be chasing that woman, Jake, the same way you be in her DM, same way you run to tell them celebrities happy birthday on their birthday, put that same effort into growing yourself and watch what'll happen to you. Watch what'll happen to you. I've seen it happen in my own life. I've seen it happen to other brothers. You see them come in, they real fresh, they completely fresh. You see them a year later, man, this dude, the brother Shemawal is a perfect example. I seen him confound somebody on the street. I'm like, I'm speechless. I'm talking about straight up cooking the scoffers in front of, I think it was a Unity camp too. It was bad. It was on camera. It was bad. Right? But the brother was standing on, he like, listen, if he went to war and he didn't stop until he felt like stopping. He didn't stop until the job was done. That's the same spirit. That's the mindset to succeed. Didn't Kobe say that? Job's not finished. I think it was a press conference. They tried to ask him, how do you feel about winning game? Whatever. Job's not finished. I ain't won no ring yet. What we talking about? Here, like, let's imagine me, I didn't beat let me use a spirit I don't deal with. I don't deal with the covetous spirit. I didn't beat the covetous demon for one night. And I just think, oh, I'm going to the kingdom. Boy, I'm finna have me this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord got to deal with me. I mean, he owes me. God forbid we ever move like that. It said constantly endure in Sirach chapter 2. Hey, Jake, when you get into it in the world, when they slide on y'all just let it go. Okay. Well, it's even though. Man, no. It's people been at war 20 years. This side versus that side. Literally, you got in Chicago, you got the sons growing up beefing with their daddy ops. Think about that. The ones who used to beef with your father, they have sons now and they're beefing with you. Vicious cycle, right? All praise to the Most High. You really taking heed to this information, sis. Because we have to have the mindset to succeed. Black people have the worst mindset on the planet, and we got to fix it. Why do you think the Lord kept trying to work on our mind? Why do you think that? Why he always talking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? Bro, from front to back, it keeps talking about how we think. Why? Because nothing else matters. I brought this out at camp. You can buy money with wisdom, but you cannot buy wisdom with money, which automatically makes wisdom more valuable. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you inherited $1 billion, but you're an idiot. That money can be gone today. Let's say you inherited nothing, but you're a genius. You got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High in your head. I mean, what is money? Like, what's that? You can do other stuff. You got real life, like, I don't want to call it superpowers because it ain't like magic, but when I'm telling you, when you got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you really trying to, get into that thing, you really falling in love with wisdom, doing your thing, bruh, it hit different. All right, I'm gonna get this last precept. This is my last precept personally. But man, like, come on, y'all. We got work to do, man. It's gonna be 2025. Brothers having kids, brothers having wives, and people coming into the truth. A lot, people falling. It's a lot going on right now. We got wars and rumors of wars. I mean, you got China and Russia. Now they trying to be best friends with the United States. Now that Orange Man back. You got, I mean, all type of stuff going on right now. Our mind has to be set on what's important, right? I got a beautiful final precept for myself, right? And then you got it. It's Isaiah chapter 33, right? It's Isaiah chapter 33 and verse number 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. It says wisdom and knowledge gonna keep you stable. It's gonna keep you level-headed. When the elections was going on and people was losing their mind over Kamala losing, you think we were sitting back, oh my God, what are we gonna do? No. Wisdom and stability, wisdom and knowledge keeps us stable. I was watching it, I was entertained by it. I'm scrolling down Facebook. People talking about, oh, you can unfriend me. It was just madness. Our mind is set on a damn election. Guess what? The election was November 5th, and November 6th, you had to get up and go be a slave just like me. What changed? If your car wasn't starting November 5th, it wasn't going to start November 6th just because Kamala Harris was a president now. So let's fix our mind, man. Fix your mind. So like, I got one more precept. Okay. This is my last one. Promise you. This is my last. You know how I get, man. Okay. It's Matthew. It's probably my favorite precept in Matthew. It's Matthew chapter 6 and verse number 33. Listen, if you didn't hear nothing else in this video, keep this verse right here, right? Sis already know. Keep this verse right here. I don't care if you gotta write it on the wall in your room. Keep this verse in mind. This is the mindset to succeed right here. It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first, before everything. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And we know his righteousness is the commandments, according to Deuteronomy 6 and 25. You can go look that up, right? And all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. That's the mindset right there. Work on today. Put it like this. If, let's say today is the first day of the week, today was righteous. You ain't commit no sin. You like, hold on. Okay, I made sure I did that. I made sure I did that. Okay, I made sure I didn't do that. I didn't steal. Okay, I think I was good. Okay, cool. Then you do that tomorrow. You like, okay, that's 2 days. It's 2 days. I ain't willfully went off. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Do that for 1,000 more days, where every day you just worried about today. Today, I'm going to be as righteous as possible. Today, I'm going to become as wise as I can get. You know, I'm going to study and I'm going to improve what I can improve on today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to get up and do the same thing. Right? You know what I'm saying? Kobe and all, LeBron and all that. Look, they had to put that work in to get there. How much more for the kingdom? The kingdom is greater than all of that combined. How much work you think we got to put in for this? You have to have a mindset to succeed, which is making sure that today is done right. And then once tomorrow becomes today, make sure that day is done right, and so on and so forth. And eventually you'll get in a habit. You won't even feel right if you have a day where you're not doing them righteous acts you was doing before. You might have a day you go off after 300 days, you're going to feel horrible because you've gotten into the habit of doing what you're supposed to be doing. You've gotten into the mindset of succeeding. What you got?
Con, that's right, man. Gotta get into the mindset, man. Gotta break things down, set the table for yourself so you can be able to reach those goals, man. Hey, just like the brother Almighty forefather Jacob, man. Right? Hey, look, man, he took on challenges, man. Our forefathers took on challenges. Right? I'm gonna bring out I got a couple precepts. I'm gonna bring out Judas. Right? This first Maccabees chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Right? It says, who seeing the multitude of the other army to be so great was so afraid. Right? Whereupon many conveyed themselves out of the host, and so much as there abode of them no more but 800 men. When Judas therefore saw that his host slipped away, and that the battle pressed upon him, he was sore troubled in mind and much distressed, for that he had no time to gather them together. Right? So this is literally when Nicanor got destroyed. Demetrius like, hold on real quick, right? Sent out the army, getting them prepared, and the army slipped away. Israel slipped away. They said, no, I ain't dealing with this. And they overmighty. A mindset. Now, this is the same Israelites that was with Judas and won about him. What makes you think it was going to get easier? The longer you in this truth, it's going to get harder. It's going to get harder and harder and harder. Yes, that sounds scary. It's not supposed to sound beautiful. I mean, if it do to other brother, all praise to the Most High. Let me get some of that spirit. We're going to have to chop it up real quick. If you're talking about, man, that's beautiful, man. We're going to have to, you got to counsel me. we got to go through a counsel. You got to counsel me, man. Right? But it's going to get harder, man. And they won with Judas. Not once, not twice. And it was slaying, man. Killing. Having their faith in the Lord. Had a right mindset. Right? Hey, but this time they fled. And Judas, you think Judas had that same mindset? Let's keep reading. Right? He couldn't even gather them together. That's how fast they flew. He was troubled and distressed. That's just like Jake now. They think they hard because they with a group of men that can fight, right? But Jake, once it go down, he slide. He like, dang, I thought he was gonna be, you know what I'm saying? That's still going down. Thinking it's sweet, right? Verse 8, it says, nevertheless, unto them that remain, he said, that remain. Not all of them left, but majority of them did. So the ones that remain, he said, let us arise and go up against our enemies. If peradventure we may be able to fight with them. Right? But they dehorted him, saying, we shall never be able. Their mindset is lost now. Now you fail. You fail automatically. You just fail automatically, man. And how you can fail is when you take your mind on the Most High God. If you take your mind off Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you fail automatically. Automatically. You know what I'm saying? This is a cut for myself. This is a cut for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Automatically, yo. It says, but they dehorted him, saying, we shall never be able. Let us now rather save our lives. You save your life, you lose it. Yahushua said that himself, man. Let's get that real quick. Because when you supposed to read today, but you tired, you saving yourself. You just lost your life because your life is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You skipping days to read. You ain't trying to fast, right? You got a whole schedule. You skip it. You supposed to pray 1 hour. You don't. You damn. You just freak. You just going crazy, man. You just lost your life. All right. Let me get that real quick. Matthew. All right, real quick. Quick little precept. All right. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. Right? It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it. Right? So, brothers, people who go back into the world, they lose that mindset of the kingdom. They lose that mindset of loving the Lord ultimately, because that's what that is. Because we know keeping the commandments, that's how you love the Most High. Right? 1 John 5 verse 3. Right? And you jumping back to your old man you trying to find you basically trying to find the life that you had. You trying to say the life that you so-called had. But you just lost the life that you truly have, which is the life of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? So back to verse 9. I'm gonna read that again. First Maccabees chapter 9, verse 9. But they dehorted him, saying, we shall never be able. Let us now rather save our lives. And hereafter we will return with our brethren and fight against them, for we are but few. Hey, the Lord ain't gonna deal with you. Whoever take his hand off the plow is not fit for the kingdom. So you take your hand off the plow, you go back into the world, you start hitting up them old strip clubs, you start rolling up that nasty blunt, that nasty backwood, you start hitting up your old homies, talking about let's go hoop on the Shabbat, on a Saturday morning. Wicked. You start wearing nasty leather jackets, pelly jackets. You start wearing Robin jeans again and white ones, G Fazos, what they say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, the Lord ain't got nothing to do with you. You're not finna come back and fight. It ain't no, oh yeah, I'm go, oh yeah, I did. I used to read. You know what? Let's go back. Dang. And the Lord will do that to you. The Lord could do whatever he want. How you remember how you was in the truth. I can say it now. It's a brother. I don't personally know him. I found this out. It's a brother that fell out of the truth. And he still called the truth, even though he out of the truth. That's how the Lord will do you. He'll literally tell you, yeah, I was in the truth. Brother, what you mean you was in the truth? What you mean you was in the truth? That's crazy.
I'm a was. That's
was,
wild.
bro. What you mean was? You was in the truth. What are you doing? So hey, you go back to the Lord. You ain't no fight no more. Ain't none of that. You already let them demons trotting you down. That's who you want to serve, right? That's what the mindset you want to have to succeed. You want to succeed in sin and lust. Hey, so be it, man. But no, right? But let's see what Judah say. Let's see if he wanted to follow after a multitude. Don't follow after a multitude to do evil. That's literally in the law. Don't follow multitude. That's evil for you to flee. And first of all, you left your brothers. When you leave the truth, you left your Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and your family. Because this is your family. You know what I'm saying? This is literally your family, man. So you leave and go back, bro. Everybody in the world in the darkness, they not your family. Everybody against you. Your own brother's gonna be against you. Yeah, you're gonna have brothers against you in the truth, but your own brother's gonna be against you in the world as well. Ain't no love there. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you, and plus it's gonna be weird going back in the world. This you used to wear fringes, brother. You was all focused and you wanted to slap me for eating pork. Now you want to eat pepperoni pizza with, bro. They ain't finna deal with you, bro. They not finna deal with you, right? So let's see what Judah said, right? First Maccabees chapter 9 verse 10. Then Judah said, God forbid that I should do this thing and flee away from them. If our time be come, let us die manfully for our brethren and let us not stain our honor. See that? He said, let us die. He said, God forbid I'll flee. I'm not going nowhere. I'm finna die for my brother, which he did. And he got mighty acts that cannot be written because there's majority of them. And most are willing, we'll be able to know those acts in the kingdom, Lord willing. So he said, hey, I'm gonna die manfully. Let us die manfully for our brother. To the multitude that was there, even though they had a wicked mindset, they was doubtful, and plus all the battles that they went through. Just for instance, you going through affliction, right? You're going through affliction. Don't forget about the right hand side of the Lord. Don't forget about that. All the times that you prosper. Now you in affliction, you forget about it. That's literally what they did. Y'all did mighty acts with Judas. You probably cut somebody's head off, body slam them. You damn struck Esau. You doing all type of things, man. They probably was doing backflips. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Somebody did a backflip. somebody did a backflip, man. Doing mighty acts, backflip and slap a man's knees off. You know what I'm saying? Doing all type of good things on the right hand side, man. But you forgot about all that once you seen this so-called mighty army. But you had a Most High God. That's madness, man. That's madness. So in affliction, you can't forget about that. You can't lose that mindset because you already know what you have set for you. And if you don't, literally went into set up for that, man. Right? So let me get first Peter chapter 4. Mindset to succeed, man. And what you trying to succeed? The kingdom. Repentance. Be more sincere and with a contrite heart. Be zealous for that. I mean, you can have all the knowledge you want. I mean, but what is knowledge if you don't have faith? You know what I'm saying? What is knowledge? You don't have faith. Yeah, you may have wisdom, dark parables. But hey, where your faith at though? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta have all in one, man. We gotta have the complete package. The Lord wants a 99 overall Israelite, man, woman, and child. 99, all badges, they all legendary. That's what the Lord wants. You may think you don't want that. Not saying you don't want it, but you may think that you may not be as top tier as you may be. But the Lord may see you differently, man. You never know. The Lord saw Job perfect. The Lord said Job is a perfect man and sent demons on him because he knew Job would overcome. How the Lord think that about you, man? Don't let the Lord be repentant like he did with Saul. Man, my fault, G. Why I make him king? My bad. You do not want you let the Most High God who created everything. I love saying this. And God forbid I never stop saying it. You know what I'm saying? The God who made heaven and earth, literally talking about I made a mistake, which he didn't make a mistake, but he repented like, man, my fault, Israel, my bad. I'm finna take him back into darkness. I'm finna bring this man right here, David. David gonna take care of y'all. He love y'all for real. He love me for real, so he gonna love y'all. I know that for sure, and we see that in the accounts, right? So this First Peter chapter 4 verse 1. It says, for as much then as a Mashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. Yahushua had a mindset to succeed, man. He had to die for the nation. He had the heaviest lot in Israel. So all the things that we go through is no excuses. All the things that we battle is no excuses. All the things that you need to do is no excuses. The mighty brother Uriah had a breakdown. Stop making excuses, man. Embrace the challenges. Embrace being an Israelite. How great is that to be an Israelite? The Lord created you to be a so-called black man, a so-called black woman. Right? You're a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Manasseh, Ephraim. That's a blessing, man. Our forefathers embraced this and we able to know it. Yahushua had a mindset to succeed, man. He had a schedule. He had to have a schedule. He wasn't just doing things all the go. Don't make it seem like he's some type of fairy tale like Esau be doing. Don't do that with our Lord, man. He had things in order, right? He knew when to go pray. He had a time to wake up in the morning. Shit, he damn that slept. He ain't really sleep like that. He ain't sleep like that. Hey, let me bring that out real quick. Right? And we go to Luke. Right? It's the book of Luke, chapter 2, and verse 48. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wist he not that I must be about my father's business? From a youth until a grown man, he been about his father's business. We got to have that same mindset. That's knowing your weaknesses. If you don't know your weaknesses, these demons already know them, and they're going to abuse you. You just getting molested by demons. You get molested by your old man. Your old man not even that quick. He not even like that for real. But for some reason he abusing you. You let all these things just traumatize you when you know you have the ability to succeed. And the Lord said you can. The Lord ain't say you can't do nothing. He just told you that, hey, it ain't gonna be sweet, but you can do it though. You know what I'm saying? The Lord set it up. Jake ain't gonna tell you this in the world. He gonna literally say, shoot, I don't know, bro. Shoot, just go out there. And they don't tell you nothing. Next thing you know, you getting demolished by wolves. And then you come back, he laugh. Shoot, I ain't know, bro. I mean, I thought you was going. Nah. The Lord is not man that he shall lie. Right? So hey, we gotta have that mindset to succeed, man. Make sure you set the dinner table up for yourself so you can eat properly and really make it to the kingdom, man. But that's all I got.
I got man, this could really go for another 6 hours if we really want to, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna get this last closing precept and then we can get up out of here, man. You know, listen, man, we need this mindset to succeed, bro. Like, we already starting off as a disadvantage being who we are in this country. You gotta work 10 times as hard just to take the same 2 steps that everybody else get to take with no effort. So we owe it to ourselves and each other to have a mindset to succeed, to look at that other person who look just like you, who going through what you're going through, and you pushing them at the same time they pushing you to have that mindset to succeed. So we can start, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure, especially like the sister who in the comments, she been in here, for probably about an hour now. I'm sure that's one of the sisters who tired of seeing things being the way that they are, and she see it different because she's seeing it from the woman's side, you know. And I'm led to believe it's actually a lot worse for them in the truth than us. It's a lot less of them, at least in the camps. And hey, I mean, just the way that Jake treat the women, the women they don't be knowing what to believe. They don't know what to go. It be a lot of stuff going on, right? But above all of that, this is what we got to do. I don't care what your circumstance is. I don't care how lost in the truth you feel like you are. I don't care if you feel like you finna fall out the truth tonight. This is what you got to do right now, right? This is Sirach chapter 37 and verse number 15. And above all this, pray to the Most High that He will direct thy way in truth. Because hey, guess what? It don't matter if the Most High dealing with you like He was dealing with David, or even how He was dealing with Israel. When I think it was Balaam tried to, who was that? Ammon tried to hire an Israelite to curse Israel, and the Lord turned it into a blessing. Hey, the Lord is all powerful. Just pray to the Most High. I'm talking about you'll almost get scared sometimes when a prayer get answered. Like, you could pray for some. It's been times where I was doing a lesson with my family, right? Wasn't necessarily praying, but we was doing a lesson about something. It could be a lesson about patience. And then the Most High put my family in a situation where they got to be patient. Within 2-3 hours, never fails. This was happening constantly. I taught at camp about faith one time. That was that story I told earlier about my car. That happened that same night. I was preaching to the brothers about faith and how you got to keep your head up no matter what's going on. And the Most High tested me. Okay, I want to see if you believe what you just taught them people. Right? Hey, that's how the Lord gonna get. Lord gonna test you. Okay, I'm gonna see. Right? And if you can pass it with flying colors like Job, look how the Lord will talk about you. Have you considered my servant Job? I mean, he bragging on him. But let's put this in Jacob. You see my guy though? You see him? Hey, I'm led to believe the Lord had the phone. He's probably kind of showing Satan, like, you see, he crazy, man. Come on now. You see the fit? Really bigging up this man. Imagine the Most High God talking about you like that. Imagine how you'll feel. You know what I'm saying? If you just knew. Like you just knew for 100% certain the Most High, he looking at you like, I'm proud of that young man. I'm proud of that young woman. Hey, elders too, it don't matter. So above all else, like I said in the verse, pray to the Most High to direct your way in truth. You know, and no matter what's going on, if the Most High is dealing with you on that level, if you truly sincere, he'll direct your way in truth. Right? But with that, I ain't got much else. You know what I'm saying? This one went just a little longer than usual, but hey, people gotta have the mindset to succeed. Right? Hey, there's plenty of stuff we can be doing right now, but I'd rather be building my people up and building myself up at the same time. Because believe it or not, me and this brother learn just as much as y'all do when we do these videos. You know, everybody perspective matters, right? I just want to say I love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sister. We definitely love the sister too for supporting. You know, even comments like this. This is the mindset to succeed. You know, when you got a sister who is really humble and is really hearkening and is also showing love to the servants of the Most High, right? So, hey, Lord willing, the Most High put millions of blessings on this sister life, you know. And Lord willing, you could do mighty works. Lord willing, we can do mighty works so we can get up out of here, man. I'm tired of clocking in. You know, I'm tired of spending $70 on a gas tank, man. I'm tired of paying thousands in rent. Let's get the kingdom. You know, I mean, how y'all feel about that? Let's just get the kingdom. Let's just get the mindset to succeed. Let's start keeping these commandments. Let's get the kingdom so we can get out of here. That's simple. But with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Mighty video through the spirit. Hey, run it back if you got to. But shalom.
Shalom.